Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back, Kellen here with Droid Life. And I'm taking a look today at a launcher that's been generating a little bit of buzz, if you will, over the last couple of days. And it's called Buzz Launcher Beta, sort of fitting. It's created by the HomePack Buzz team. Say that 5 times fast. And essentially what it does is it wants you and your beautiful home screen to be added to its sort of database of beautiful home screens so that it can then share them with the world. So if you visit, websites like My Color Screen or Reddit and you see, the beautiful setups that people are able to create, this app will allow you to grab those sort of home screen setups and download them as sort of one big packet, make it really simple. So you no longer have to jump through forums and different threads and in and out of the Google Play Store in order to grab icons and this widget and that stuff. This sort of helps you automate that process. So for those of you that want a beautiful home screen but don't have the time to manually set it up, this Buzz Launcher Beta is definitely going to be worth your time. So let's talk about it real quick. When you first load it up, this is what sort of the default theme looks like, at least similar to this. You can tap in and get into an app drawer. You'll see there's widgets, and then we've got some weird sort of icons and stuff here that I'll talk about in just a little bit, but you can see all of your standard stuff. It's actually a pretty nice theme for being just a standard theme. But where the beauty lies is in this button right here, this little B button right here. See if you can get a look at that. I believe that probably stands for Buzz Launcher. And essentially what you do is tap on that and it opens up what looks sort of like a Google Play Store, like a market of sorts. And this is where you'll see all of these, what they're calling is home packs. And there's setups of home screens that people have created and uploaded to the service that you can download as one big file and just automatically make your home screen look like, say, that or like that. It's a pretty brilliant idea, actually. Now, there's some downsides to it. It can be confusing at times, and I'll sort of walk through those in a second. So if you scroll through this, you can see a number of really, really nice home screens in here. And if you want to download these, I'm going to cheat and look at one that I've been playing with as I've been sort of testing the product, and it's this Iron Man one. So I tap on this Iron Man one, say I decide that it looks really awesome. Once you get in here, it gives you a preview of what you want of what you're looking at. There's a download button, but then this section is really important. This is the apps section. So it tells you all of the apps that are essentially needed or used in order to get this look. Okay, so there's 17, it says. Most of these are on-device pre-installed apps. Some of them are outside of, like Dropbox and Google Drive and things like that. Then you also see this sort of note in here from the editor or the creator, I guess I should say, of this app or of this home pack. And so they might list instructions and things like that in there as well. And then here's a comment section. So you can actually talk to the creator of it, ask them questions, or just say, great work, whatever you want to do. So it's kind of a cool little setup in here. Then if you decide, yes, I want this one, you go ahead and tap download and you get this pop-up that says, do you want to replace your entire home screen or do you just want to add this sort of home pack to a current setup? Just since I'm showing you quickly, I'm going to say apply to my home and completely wipe out whatever else I have on there. So it downloads a pack and then it shows you or generates a preview of what it's going to look like. So if I like that's what it's going to look like, I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And it should then basically switch over my entire home screen to this Iron Man look. Doesn't take too long. And there we go. So if I start swiping to new panels, there actually aren't any because it replaced that entire 3-panel look I had that was sort of stock. So you've got your app drawer and custom icons and all that stuff. Now this is where it gets, well, it could be difficult at times depending on the pack you download. And you see these two sort of icons in here. Now the time at my house right now is not 3:24. It's like noon or something like that. And my battery is definitely over 49%. So what those are telling you is that you need to download either a plugin, a widget, a new clock or an application or something like that to fill that spot. So if I tap on this, it says Buzz Custom Widget 2x2 widget can be added on this place, continue to add. And so Buzz Custom Widget's actually one of the sister or brother apps to Buzz Launcher that, is a number of like battery widgets and clock widgets and things like that. And I've already downloaded that. So I'm gonna hit OK and it should just load that up. So load it up and I am about at 71%. Same thing with the clock. I'm gonna tap on that and it says custom widget. I'm gonna go and hit OK and it should set up the clock and there you go, it switched it to my current time. So now I have a brand new look. I can go into my my launcher and look at all my apps and do all that stuff and hit home. And here we go. I have a new custom look just like that. I didn't have to go find the wallpaper and the clock and this battery widget and this icon set. It's all set up for me. So if we go in and look at some other things then, tap on this little B. Let's just find one that I haven't actually played with yet. We'll sort of do this on the fly. I'm trying to look for one that's fairly complicated. You can see that you have staff picks hot and new up here, so definitely a bunch of sections you're going to want to browse through. As you can tell, there's lots and lots of good work in here. Probably a lot of which looks familiar from some of those popular sites, like My Color Screen. There's just the default one. Let's go with, this looks interesting. Let's go with this one. So it looks like it's sort of set up to mimic sort of a side panel there. And here's a whole bunch of apps. Some of these say they're not in Google Play, so who knows where some of these things are actually coming from. So let's go ahead and download this, and I'm just going to see what happens. I'm going to wipe out my current home screen. Actually, I should have done that the other way and just applied it to new since you guys could have seen that. Continue on. Downloading resources. Most of these files aren't that big, so it shouldn't take all that long. All right, so here's a preview of what it looks like. And I have a couple of things that I need to download, so I'm gonna hit OK. We're gonna let this replace. Now, I'm hoping this will show up. Well, so if I tap this, oh, this is just a Buzz custom widget. But you'll find some themes that when you tap that icon, it wants you to use like Ultimate Custom Clock widget or Super Widget Pro and things like that. And if you find those, you actually have to go download those apps from Google Play, then install a widget that looks identical to this, and that's where it can be a little bit confusing. And that's where also you're gonna need to look for the creator's instructions in case they tell you. If we tap on this button, you'll see it's actually telling me that I need to download an app. So this app is missing from my phone, and it's telling me to download that. And it'll do the same if you need to find an actual widget or something like that. I'm trying to find one from last night that actually had widgets that I needed to go download. Let's just try this one. Looks fairly cool. So let's go download, and this time I'm just going to add it to my current home. That loaded pretty fast. All right, so this is what my setup is now going to look like. You see, I've got my old setup, and now I've got this new one coming in. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit OK. So I really should have 4 panels now. You can see they sort of do a nice transition in between there as well. All right, so once we get over here, I'm gonna tap this, and see this says I need Eye in the Sky icon widget can be added. I actually have Eye in the Sky downloaded, so I'm gonna hit OK. And it's gonna pop that up, and I'm gonna hit OK, and it'll load that right there. Looks like this is another app or something I need to download. WhatsApp Messenger, so I could download if that I wanted to. Here's another app, but this is actually a Buzz custom widget, so we loaded that up in there. Let's see what this is. Minimal Reader, so it wants me to load up Minimal Reader and put it as a widget there. If we go over here, Calculator widget, which it wants me to install and then load there. So you can see this can be a little bit time consuming, but at least it's telling you exactly what you need to put in that spot. And it also directs you to the Google Play link or page to that app. So this is Buzz Custom Launcher. It's sort of gaining some traction because it's taking, again, all those beautiful themes and works of art that basically people create on home screen and allowing you to then upload those and share them and download them and all that fun stuff. So you can do all this stuff for free. You can also set up a profile, which I've done, which is also free, by the way. And you can load up your favorite packs. You can upload your own. You can sort of check out all the ones that you've downloaded. It'll store all those for you so you can find those easily later on. It's really a pretty cool idea. So it's definitely a launcher we're going to be keeping an eye on, and that you should definitely keep an eye on as well, especially if you're really into customizing home screens and things like that. So anyway, this is just a quick preview of Buzz Launcher. Definitely give it a try. It's in beta. It's free. There's no cost to it. So give it a shot. We're Droid Life. Peace.